So I was scrolling through Instagram to distract myself from like life, and I scrolled past this page that just made my dick itch mentally. So this page is called The Views, correct? And it's like this underground music channel guy. He does a lot of interesting pages. They're like magazine pages, like virtual magazine pages or like actual paper. And it's honestly really professional, very professional looking. And but this post was just it really bothered me in a very certain type of way. So if you look at the screen and you can read, it says three things that's wrong with the underground. And he has Mr. Netspend and Hannah Montana right here. And the first slide has Osama-san. Yeah. Too many art. Wait. Oversaturation and repetition.
Too many artists stick to the same beats, flows, and aesthetics, which makes it tough for truly fresh music to break through. It feels like the underground is running on the last fumes of the rage era, with no real spark or new wave to take its place.
That honestly was really insightful, right? And I liked Osama-san's hat. Has Osama-san's has he was he officially measured? How big is he? All right. Gimmicks over substance, and he has Mr. Bi-Curious here.
Many up-and-coming underground artists rely on social media stunts and gimmicks to grab attention rather than focusing on the music itself. These antics might grab people's attention at first, but they don't do the music any favors and rarely hold up in the long run.
Nice. Okay, last slide coming out. Oh, wow, look, it's Ian. Lack of quality control. That's what this slide's about.
With almost anyone able to drop music these days, it's tough for genuinely good tracks to stand out. There aren't many filters anymore, so lower quality work often blows up just as easily as the real gems. By the way, do you notice this nigga is basically saying there should only be specific people that should make music that's either decent or good? This is like wanting to put prohibition on anyone making music. Kind of fucked up and dictatorship type shit.
Now, it may be hard to understand if you have a mental disability, but I was clearly being a sarcastic douchebag. These three things are the most oversaturated and repetitive things I have heard about this concept of the underground music. And I feel like this comment here by the official Noah UI, right? Keep in mind that none of these artists are even underground. They're all signed. And when I was scrolling, trying to distract myself, right? I could tell by how professional this guy is. I know his personality's he's a feisty little guy, right? So Noah says this, which is blatantly true. Look, in Netspan, Hannah Montana. Okay. Wait. Can you click, buddy?
Hi there.
Osama Seaman. Bi-Curious. You know all of these people, right? It's very repetitive, right? And Ian Connor. So what does The Views say? What does Drake The Views say? All of these artists are underground. Skull, pretentious skull emoji, right? That's how you know you just have to. Once you add this, it feels like you internally win, right? Or you're trying to like dismiss whoever said something. People don't know the difference between underground and mainstream. Monthly listeners don't factor into this at all. None of these artists aren't. I'm sorry, I don't read a lot. I never liked reading in class. None of these artists have gotten radio play or have been recognized on a larger scale. Ian is probably the only one who is near mainstream. What do you think of? And he responds back. Official Noah claps back. What do you think of as underground is not what it is in the first place. The underground used to be full of smaller unsigned artists that were pushing for label signs because being signed to the label meant you were mainstream. All these Netspend size artists aren't underground. And I feel like if you aren't willingly being ignorant, you should recognize that. These niggas say if they aren't mainstream, they're definitely not underground. They're just ground.
What? Yes, sir.
And even look at the page. This isn't underground. I know these people. Every phase. I know this nigga. I know this nigga. Hey, wait, you're this isn't underground. Wait. Wait, Ian Connor again. The same two niggas that you use, Goomba. It's like Adam 22, sir. So what are we doing here? And I kind of don't like when niggas are fence sitters. Clearly, you're trying to grow a page and do like magazines or whatever. And it's kind of like you need names. So you're not going for people with like 10 followers. Like, imagine Netspend is like trailer park trash guy, right? And instead of Hannah Montana, this is Miley Cyrus, who can't sing, right? And has like is balding from cancer, right? You wouldn't post that person if they did like folktale music or something, right? Because that doesn't grow your magazines, right? But yeah, I just don't like this page. But wait, there's more. This guy called Mr. Miller says, doesn't sound oversaturated if you listen enough, that you know each song, it's like delayed gratification. Drake responds, stop empowering artists who don't deserve it. Plain and simple. The underground is in the worst place it's ever been in right now. And I'm saying this from a media perspective as well, not personal. Yeah, like I said, this guy is very professional and also very just pretentious. I can empower whoever I want, right? And like, what's happening with this mindset? What do you get from? I do what I want. Actually, I'm gonna play this guy's music.
I'm a sick ass dude, where you been at? So ill on the mic, I gotta show that. So slept on, I'm bedridden. It's about time that I awaken. Do you see what is hidden? What they don't want you to see? It's still me in my city, where all that music came from, it's me. Don't want to name any names, I dropped too many. Hits on hits, I've got so many. Albums on albums, I've got plenty.
Now I am done empowering that person I want to empower. But my main point with this guy is I don't know where this savior of the underground complex, like, it's just very awkward and uncomfortable when people feel this passionate about underground, but you're not actually under. That's a weird thing. It's like you're some type of like weird middle ground in no man's land because you're supporting faces that are clearly very well known. Like this is. But if I had to debunk each point, right? Let me go back to the slide. Oversaturated and repetitive because niggas are like sheep basically in entertainment, so they're gonna copy what's working. Boom, treated, right? All right. Gimmicks over substance. That's been a tale since entertainment. Boom, treated. Like niggas have been doing that forever since like court jesters. Lack of quality control. The more people that make music or entertainment, obviously there's gonna be people that suck at it, the majority, and then like I guess the minority, which you can say the minority have talent, but there's a minority of people who have really good connections and that can get plugged into their position of like popularity, right? For example, the main nigga you use in the first slide, Mr. Netspend, right? But honestly, this post is what's wrong with I would even say the underground. I just think people in general. I feel like this is why there will never be world peace in the world. Pages like the views, basically. This sense of pretentiousness, this savior complex that who knows how long you'll actually have this savior complex. It just seems like you latched onto quote unquote underground music from your point of view. What will you be doing when you're 40 or 50? Will you still be defending the integrity of underground music? What even is that? It just reminds me of like this girl who is like the BLM like paint on your face. it's like, if do you really care that much, or are you trying to signal something? This is clearly not virtue signaling. It's like underground music signaling. You are one of the things that you ate, oversaturated and repetitive, like a broken record, right? But yeah, that's all I have to say about this guy. Apart from the fact he has one more thing. One more thing. Where is it? It's an Ian post. Where is it? Where is it? Why does Ian receive a lot of hate? You see what I'm saying? It's just like, easily one of the most talented up and coming rappers. Yikes. He's also become something of a hitmaker. You see what I'm saying? It just comes out very dick righty, and I assure you, it's okay if you get off. Ian does not need more support than pretentious, okay? He doesn't need any more support. Can you find another white man, or can you find another person with like negative 10 followers? All right, that's the video.